There are tons of video game franchises out there that I can look at and say, I enjoyed playing that, or I even loved playing that. I have tons of memories and nostalgia for them, and they'll always mean so much to me. But there are very few that come close to the monumental impact that Street Fighter has had on my life. I've grown up playing video games since I was 4 years old, and at one of the earliest stages of my life, I was introduced to fighting games. For the first fighting game I ever played was X-Men Children of Adam on an arcade cabinet in a laundromat. And ever since then, I've been hooked to the idea of fighting games. And it wasn't until I got introduced to Street Fighters where I truly fell madly in love with them and the competitiveness that it brings with it. Now, I'm not great at Street Fighters. I'm not great at any fighting games. That does not deter me from the amount of enjoyment they bring me. So in today's video, I want to take some time just to say why I love Street Fighters, what it means to me. This isn't going to be an analytical review of like the gameplay or the mechanics or anything like that. Nor will this be a history lesson of what Street Fighters is as a franchise. More so, this is just a video of why the hell I love this game, Street Fighters, this franchise, and what it means to me. If you guys enjoy this type of video, do me a favor and like the video. Please consider subscribing as it does help me out tons. And without wasting any more time, let's get into the topic at hand. Like I said, I grew up playing fighting games since I was 4 years old. The first one being Children of Adam on an arcade cabinet. But my first remembrance of actually playing a Street Fighters game was back in 2004. My older brother just finished his shift at Blockbuster. Yes, at Blockbuster. He brought home the Street Fighter's 15th anniversary collection for their PlayStation 2. Me never playing a Street Fighters game, but understanding these characters and who they are based on how much love they brought my older brothers. My older brothers all grew up around Street Fighters. They grew up with the movie, they grew up with the cartoons, and they grew up with the video games. But to me, this is brand new, uncharted territory into a franchise that I've never experienced yet. So my brother grabs his PS2 out of his bedroom, connects it to our living room, and all my brothers gather around. And the excitement in the air was dense. You could feel it. And this is the first time I ever truly experienced what makes fighting games so beautiful and what makes Street Fighters so beautiful. The way it unites us and the way it brings people together. Never have there been one video game that all my brothers can sit around the living room and all enjoy together, no matter the age gap. From youngest to oldest, we all had fun playing this game. And as the controller passed from player to player, brother to brother, slowly inching closer towards me, until it finally gets into my hands, and it's my turn to finally go head to head with my older brother who's been whooping everybody's ass in this game. And I thought maybe I'm the one who's going to take him down. And then I get obliterated. Me at 7 years old, I stood no chance against my older brothers who have been playing for years before me. And even at loss, I wasn't deterred. I still had fun and I still enjoyed myself. And I kept thinking every time as this controller circled back to me, maybe this will be my time and maybe I'll be the one to dethrone whoever's whooping everyone's ass. Now that was my first lesson in understanding how to lose to this game and how to keep trying even if you're not doing great. Now let's fast forward to 2009, years after my first experience with Street Fighters. And I've been madly addicted to fighting games ever since then. From Mortal Kombat to Tekken to King of Fighters. No matter the franchise, as long as it's a fighting game, I'm into it. We all gather around the Xbox 360 now with the newest Street Fighters entry, Street Fighters 4. And at this point, I've learned how to do combos, I've practiced, and I'm ready to face my brothers again. I'm finally ready to be on their level and give them a run for their money, quickly to challenge them. And it was now their turn to learn how to lose to me. Because me being madly addicted to fighting games for the last 4 years, them going off to their separate ways to go work their jobs, do better in school, but me devoting myself to getting better at fighting games, to finally beat my brothers, nothing can take that satisfaction from me. Nothing can be greater than when you finally work your butt off and you win at a fighting game, even if it's just one round. Now, I didn't win every round, obviously. We traded back and forth. But to finally be at a level where I was competing neck and neck with them was just insane. And now at this point, being older, Street Fighter 4 being the spectacle that it was, being the phenomenon that it was, everyone playing, I could now play with my friends and enjoy the game even more. Street Fighter 4 for me was the Street Fighters that I truly grew up with. Street Fighters as a franchise, as a video game, as an IP has taught me a lot of things. It taught me how to win. It taught me how to lose. But it taught me that no matter what, as long as we're all together having fun and enjoying ourselves, it doesn't really matter whether you win or lose. It taught me that if you really want to work hard at something and you focus in on it, you can get better at things and you can get satisfaction from knowing that you've done better than you did in the past. Street Fighters as a video game has impacted me more than I could say any other video game franchise could ever. Street Fighters 4 was everything to me. It made me go back and fall in love with Street Fighter's Third Strike, fall in love with Street Fighter's Alpha, go back and fall in love with Street Fighter's 2. After I was immensely obsessed with Street Fighter's 4, I was just so into figuring out where this game came from and getting better at the games that I previously wasn't that great at. Then, 2016, we get the launch of Street Fighter 5. By this point, we were all grown, me and my brothers. We had all been working, we had all been gone our separate ways essentially. But when it came time to purchasing a new console, the PS4, the Xbox One, it was an easy decision for me, knowing that Street Fighter 5 was going to be exclusive to the PlayStation 4. There was never a doubt in my mind that I was ever going to not purchase the PlayStation 4. There was never a doubt in my mind that I wasn't going to hop into Street Fighter 5 on day one. Convinced my brothers to come with me to go pick up my copy of Street Fighter 5. Convinced my brothers to sit around and play with me. No matter how busy their schedules were, we all planned this out. Ready to be excited. Ready to fall in love with Street Fighters again. We were not ready to be massively disappointed. The launch of Street Fighter 5 was heartbreaking for anyone who's in love with the franchise. Heartbreaking for anyone excited for the next generation of fighting games at that point. Street Fighter 5 launch was abysmal. It was rushed and lacked severe amount of content. To this day, even though they've updated the game incredibly, they've done great things with what the game is today, I can still never go back to Street Fighter 5 and feel that kind of nostalgia, feel that kind of excitement, or feel that kind of love for the game just because of its launch. Street Fighter 5 did not just kill my excitement for Street Fighter 5, it kind of killed my excitement for fighting games in general. As my schedule had become very busy, there was no way I was going to be able to keep up with the online that Street Fighter 5 was pushing. And there was no way my brothers were going to train as hard as we used to and play the same way that we used to. It just wasn't going to happen. Street Fighter 5 ruined Street Fighters for me for a very long time. Until it was at last year's State of Play when I saw the release announcement trailer for Street Fighter 6 and goddamn I was hyped. I texted my brothers who have already seen the trailers. They were already hyped about it. They were telling me how hyped they were about it. We knew we were getting into Street Fighter 6. It looked amazing. It looked to do everything Street Fighter 5 failed to do. And we are right around the corner from Street Fighter 6. And I am so excited. I can't really tell you guys what this means to me to have a great Street Fighters game, to have a game that people are hyped up about, not just people in the fighting community, but I see people out there who aren't really fans of fighting games excited to give this one a try, and that means the world to me. Street Fighter 6 will go down as what Street Fighter 5 should have been, the thing that gets me hyped and excited to get back into this genre that I love. And I am so ready to do nothing but commit myself to Street Fighter 6. Now, at the time of recording, I haven't played Street Fighter 6. I am a day away from release, and I, again, cannot be more excited. Reviews are sitting at a solid 92 Metacritic, and again, never since like Mortal Kombat 9 have I seen this kind of excitement for a fighting game, and I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm happy that I'm here to witness it, and I'm happy that I'm going to have the time to really commit to this. Anyways, these have been my thoughts as to why I love Street Fighters. Let me know down below if you guys love this franchise or if you're getting in with Street Fighter 6 on the ground floor with me. Anyways, guys, see you guys on the next video.